when we think about building a new narrative for who we are as an entrepreneur or our business, we tend to immediately think about what we can add to our life. What are the practices that we can add to our day? What are the messages that we should craft, create, and share? What are the new ways of thinking that we should bring into our mindset and the way we operate? But very rarely we ask ourselves, first, what is it that we should let go of? Clearing is probably the first step we should actually consider, because if we don't make room for the new, how can we possibly add more? Clearing is an ancestral art, something that we aspire to get back to very often when we have too much cluttered, when too many books. Last season, I just cleared my bookshelf and just let go of a substantial number of books. That's an example of clearing. The clearing also can be thoughts, mind that we need to let go of, attitude, pieces of our narrative that no longer exist in a favorable way for us. So I invite you to reflect on the things that you could get rid of. You can get rid of stuff, like I said, but getting rid of attitude, behaviors, small habits that make you come across as the person that you don't want to be. What are the elements of your language that make you come across as missing confidence, or maybe someone who is desperate? For instance, do you catch yourself saying sorry all the time? I'm sorry for asking this question. Sorry if I just interrupt your flow, but I'm wondering about this. Oh, sorry for saying this because I meant it differently. When we say the word sorry, when in our narrative the word sorry is repeated, we put our entire energy, our body, the way we do the work that we do, in a diminished position, in a position of something that is that we're sorry about. So it means that it's not important. We shouldn't have done it. We kind of regret it. We feel embarrassed because we may have heard in the past that when we asked a question, we made somebody embarrassed, like our parents, for instance. Oh, I heard it in my life so many times. Stop asking those questions. You make me embarrassed. You should know about this already. But as parents, what we are really good at sometimes, unfortunately, is to make our kids ashamed about learning things that we think they should have learned before. So it's time to clear those thoughts from our entrepreneurial life and our businesses. Again, you can clear so many things. You can clear habits. Like one of my clients today told me that she's going to leave the office and leave her laptop behind her in the office because she realizes that it's not congruent with the identity she's trying to shape for herself, the life that she wants to let express through her experience. She's leaving the office because she's going to go meet a friend and have a wonderful time, a great moment, dinner with her. And then she's going to go home, be with her family and relax. She doesn't need the laptop. But for her, it was new because as something automated, she would always bring her laptop with her anywhere she would go to make sure that she's connected with work. But she decided that this is no longer part of her narrative, and she reflected on what is it that she could let go of. And she decided to clear the laptop after work from her life. Clearing is sometimes difficult. We want to keep everything just in case, in fear of lacking, of missing, in fear of missing out. Oh, I want to keep that book. I want to keep that relationship with that client. I want to keep those LinkedIn connections just in case something great could happen. But what we don't realize is that every little piece that we keep around us just make things more cluttered, more heavy, more complex, reenact some of our fears, give too much room, and let those doubts come into our mind. So I invite you to reflect on the significance of clearing and ask yourself, is this something that is congruent with your new narrative? If it's time for you to change your narrative, start with the clearing step. Where is it that you could make room? Where is it that you could get rid of stuff so that you can welcome the new, so that you can welcome the refreshed, the innovation, the new you as a young identity, as a young person, as a young soul, spirit, energy in the work that you do in your professional services firm. So many times we cluttered our life with emails, with data, with books, with research, with paper. We want to bring more and more and more and more because that's the narrative that we grew up with, the narrative of being in production mode, in output, in more impact, more money, more success, more. But we don't realize that to get to that, which is great, we all want more money, we all want more success. The first thing is to make sure that we build this with an intent of resilience, of sustainability, and there is no other way than clearing first, making room for our true, authentic, deep intentions first, so that we take the decisions that correspond to where we want our entrepreneurial life, our business, our leadership life to go. First, be clear with the direction. And again, that can't happen with a cluttered canvas. We need a fresh sheet of paper to draw the direction, to draw the North Star so that we can steer our ship, our life as a ship, towards that direction. I invite you to clear your clothes, clear your ideas, clear anything that comes from a misunderstanding of what narrative you're trying to build. That's what you do when you position your business, when you affirm what you want to do, who you want to do it for, how you want to do it. For instance, MetaHelm provides business strategy memberships for CEOs and leadership teams of professional services. The way I approached building my narrative, the MetaHelm narrative right here, was to think about all of the options that were in front of me and starting to eliminate things, getting rid of things, clearing all of the misunderstanding that I had actually created myself by doing all kinds of work and letting the door open for all sorts of opportunities. So go find those misunderstandings in your strategic narrative. Go find your misunderstandings within you as a visionary leader. Go find, go detect, go gather, go take care of these misunderstandings and clear them, and tell yourself that it's okay. It's okay. It's to welcome who you are as an entrepreneur and welcome the new version of your business. Start clearing today before you add more to your business. I hope this is helpful. And as always, I welcome your questions and comments. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the unnecessary things, mindsets, stories that you clear away from your life. Thanks.